Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First run now for Kyren Williams. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now this defense for the Packers, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Here's Stafford. Dumping it off for Johnson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. You look at this Packers defense. They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. One in running the ball, one in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Ferguson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. And the Rams at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
That's to the 2nd-year man, Puka Nacua. And that was some effort, but it would appear that he's going to come up about a yard short. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They snap it to Stafford. That is caught. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. They go back to the ground with Williams. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Got his man. That's Luke Musgrave. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That'll give him 8 that time, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Throw out wide is incomplete. You talk about this Rams defense.
They put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, the Packers call on Daniel Whelan to punt. Back deep for the Rams is Tutu Atwell. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Now 2nd and 5. Stafford going to give this one to Corum. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. And the tight end goes in motion left. Stafford. Pass complete there in the clear. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play. Corum now on 1st and 10. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Throwing is Stafford. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Puka Nacua, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Off the play fake, Love. And the Rams got it. They bring him down.
The left first run went so well for them. Maybe they should have just handed it off right here, too. Instead, the quarterback ends up keeping it, and the defense is right on it and wipes away the yardage gained on the last snap.
Now a 2nd and 10. Love. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Steps away to his left. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That's a first down and then some. A 32-yard pickup.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
Love looking to throw it. That's hauled in by Musgrave for the Packer touchdown.
A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Packers are an extra point away from drawing level.
McManus's point after is good. And we are tied at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Williams running left. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And this one's incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Here's Stafford. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Out of the gun, Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ferguson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Play action. Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Mecole Hardman, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams have taken the lead. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 14-7. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Excellent job defensively there from Kobe Turner.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
To throw now, here's Love. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. Here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
3rd and 19.
Now Stafford. Now he's flushed out right.
Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Working out of the gun. Love. Going up top. This is caught inside the 15. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Love now.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. Throwing. Love. Flushed out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Rams are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And this is potentially a nervy situation this close to their own goal line.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. It got his man complete.
Down to the 10.
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter.
And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff, and the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
That's complete to Dobbs.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Love from the gun. And the Rams got it. They bring him down.
Byron Young
buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Here's Love. Being chased out left. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. Fourth down.
A pause now as they tend to an injured player. And it's the quarterback, Jordan Love. He's shaken up out there. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Flush to his right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Packers.
Christian Watson
39 yards.
And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point from McManus is good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Stafford now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Now Stafford.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance, because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead, it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
On play action. Love to throw. Steps away. Wide open receiver, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Now Love. Eluding the pressure right. He's got a man complete.
And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Play fake. Here's Love.
Short throw. He's got Kraft.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Love, they go play action now. Rolling to his right.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Luke Musgrave.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Packers are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
Muzzle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
They try the left side here with Williams.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. To throw is Stafford. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
And in the second half of a tied game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play, to just airmail it out of bounds.
This offense so far on third down, they've hit 4 of 7. This will be third and forever. Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they'd place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 16, Love. Flush to his right. Throws right side, and that's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 27 yards there, a first down. Play action this time with Love. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
To me, there's nothing like watching rookie effort in the NFL. So excited to be there. They're going to give you the max on each and every play, aren't they?
Well, he proved himself on that catch, that's for sure.
I think he may have proved himself to the point where he's going to get a second here.
Off the play fake, Love. Forced out to his left. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Throwing on 2nd and long. Love. Same target. It's Jacobs again. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Love looking to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Love. Buying time to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
Now 2nd and 4.
Now a give to Jacobs running right. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, this crowd trying to force a false start here. 3rd and inches.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it. What will be an important 4th down. So here now is Brandon McManus in a big spot. This for the lead in the final stages. The kick by McManus is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Now Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Packers have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here.